Alrighty guys, while we wait for the teams to get into the server, I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on how the bracket's kind of looking, because obviously round of 32, it's a lot of teams going on there, so we can kind of have a little check-in to see how things have happened so far. It's not fully updated just as of yet, but I can tell you in this game, InFamouS did beat ESC, so we will be following them playing against PyRoGEN, so it's an all-French affair going down into the quarterfinals here. It's still a best of 3, let's bear in mind. And sadly, I couldn't find the little paper stack thing, you know, to kind of shuffle on the table. I promise you, in the next show, I will make sure Jason Kaplan has that. But all in all, Fnatic obviously did BT Super in the end, so that'll be going forward. I can imagine that's a hard one to call actually. So maybe PKD I'd say would be the safer bet. So I can imagine PKD up against Fnatic. That'll be a great game to watch. Whoever gets to do that one, and another big game, Dignitas up against Epsilon actually. If it does go through that route, is going to be another great game. And I can imagine all the other channels will be jumping on this as well. So make sure you do check out who else is streaming, as there is a good couple of other streamers out there who are doing the same job as I am. And also, I've got to point out some great interactions from you guys on Twitter. You've actually been getting involved, and I love hearing from you. And it does make it a lot more fun for me when you guys do tweet me, you know, your predictions and things like that. So thank you for whoever's been getting involved. It's been awesome actually speaking to you guys on Twitter. Make sure you guys at home, if you haven't done it yet, do tweet to me at TheyCallMePansy, as you can see right there. Pretty simple. Just let me know how you feel the games have been going and what your predictions are towards this game, because as I said, all French teams, we know the French teams can be aggressive. Drunks got poached from his previous lineup into his new one, so it'd be curious to see how well they do. We are just waiting on the final couple of players to connect in and actually get into the server, but I do want to take you through what you guys can check out as well, obviously at home. If you're sitting here and you're waiting on the games as well as I am, an empty chair, you know, that's always good to watch. But if you head over to battlefield.esl-1.com, you can check this out. Obviously, there's a lot of content up here, and there's a lot of things happening. If you want to check out the Spring Seasonal Cup so far, which is kicked off, we've got the whole new season. Obviously, this is Cup number 1, as you can see down here, which will be followed up tomorrow. Sadly, I won't be here. I'll be in Poland, so you guys, you'll have to deal with Jason Kaplan. I'm sure you'll make do. But still, there's a lot of stuff to check out, and there's a lot of cups going on, which we will be covering throughout the next couple of months, well, month essentially, apart from the group stage, which does bleed over, and into the grand finals, which, as you can see, there was a lot of action in the previous ones. I don't want to give away too much, but you might be able to tell from the players who picked that up, and there's some great write-ups on the site, so obviously head over here and make sure you give it a good read-through. And if you are just tuning into kind of esports side of Battlefield and you're not too sure, you know, a lot of the choices that people make, there is a lot of articles up here that you can read through that will kind of get you up to speed a lot quicker than I could do by just talking to you. So there's obviously the game mode explanation, the weapon explanation, a lot of the map introductions to take you through it, and you know, it just kind of gives you an update. So they're fantastical articles, and they're certainly worth reading if you do kind of fancy your chances to get involved. Make sure you give these a read. They might give you a little bit of a head start against other people who are picking this game up. It's certainly worth looking into, and you know, I love reading through them as well. It's always a nice little refresher there. But there's a lot of action coming your way. There's the kind of core teams that obviously we saw before, and there's been a lot of changes, so it's going to be interesting to me who kind of comes out the victor these days, because as I mentioned, lots of changes since the last season, and I'm kind of looking into who's going to be stepping up this time around, because there's a lot of upsets. Obviously, we had a complete upset finalist with NYM picking that one up, and I do believe we are ready to go. I'm not sure if they're live. I didn't get the go-ahead that they were live, so I'm hoping they're not, but I'm hoping they're not. And all I have is hope right now. Hopefully the admins can let me know. I don't think they are. No, they can't be. All right, they cannot be. All right, there we go. Admins are saying ready. Awesome. So we haven't missed anything. Do not fear. I didn't let you guys down just yet. But to take you through the lineups, because obviously, as I said, a lot has changed. Team PyRoGEN, a great side. Hexus, Flash, Melicium, Hadrian, and Ikaho. Great team, not too many switch-ups there. Still sticking to very much the core of what they were previously. But InFamouS, a little bit of a new French side to my eyes. I'll take you through their lineup when I can see it. And I'm looking forward to what they can bring. Obviously, the French teams now seem to be known for their aggression. I wonder if they kind of pick up the same kind of style they've been playing with. We'll be starting on Dawnbreaker, going to Locker if necessary. We'll be going to Locker, and then Dam, which will be the first time we'll be seeing that, actually. So kind of curious to see how this one pans out, so let's check in. So it'll be PyRoGEN up on the Chinese side, so let me switch that around for you guys. And I'm wondering if they still do the same start that they used to. Where they go for the boost. Yes, they do. So, PyRoGEN going for that little boost at the back here, and they'll only spawn in 2 players. So 2 players will spawn, they'll get the initial boost, so Militium can get up onto the top ground, saving them that run underneath the pass, and then they'll get the respawns towards Militium. So, it's always interesting to keep your eyes on. I like seeing teams doing this. And obviously, for the US side, it will be InFamouS, the newer side to this one. Grim, Zepp, Kremer, Tony, and Zuzu. And there you go. There's those respawns coming into effect. Militium will be leading that charge. And why not stick on board with him? He'll be the kind of spear of this. And it's not the most advantageous position, but initially, for the follow-up effect, when you do get the sites that you're more eligible to pick up, is far superior. You've got an easy access route towards A, and B, if you do the boost, you have a slightly more easy aspect towards it. And PyRoGEN, look as though they're willing to do that one. And I'm kind of curious who's playing out here as well, because let's bear in mind, without that Scar H in play, that was where that gun became kind of within its own element. And at the moment, we're obviously not going to see that one in play. We'll see the Scar H. Excuse me, I can't even say words. The Ace 23 being picked up out there. And it is at least keeping control of this tree now for InFamouS. They do have this 2-to-1 hold in their favor, and they've done that from the spawn that's not ideal to do so. So credit to them for now, but let's see if they can hold on to this, because this 2-to-1 hold is vital. And it's not the best setup in the world. It's not the one people necessarily want the whole time, but you see Hexus there. Just trying to keep hold of this, trying to find a way back down, but he's going to be picked up by Zuzu there, just kind of prowling around on the side. And we saw, I believe it was Mayak actually, being almost the dominant player in that position. And it's interesting to see how far back actually the InFamouS side play from the site. They are not playing on this side at all. They play on the outskirts. They play within the inner catwalk section, leaving maybe just 2 players in support. And this is 100% a setup. But right now we are seeing PyRoGEN finally making their way through. Premier coming around the back. He does find Hexus. Looks for the follow-up. He's going to get there. He gets the tag. Oh, he gets the exchange. Not a clean kill, but thankfully Tony is there to change that site over into the hands of InFamouS, retain this 2-to-1 hold. And I've got to say it, PyRoGEN look lost for an answer so far. Militium is in a good spot, but he's constantly being pressured by the player on the side. And okay, Zepp may not be picking up kills here, but he's tagging them up enough that they cannot get comfortable on this street side to do anything with it. Let's see if he can do it again. 5B's challenge out, but he can easily negate that spot. He doesn't need to peek there. He can just play safely. Still do just as good a job, and this has kept being in their hands. 146 tickets to 106. That's a very big lead to start with. That is a solid bit of play coming out very early on, and this is what we're seeing again and again. He's running out of ammo, however, so he might have to go aggressive and do a push to respawn pretty much. And I think we're going to see that right now. And Zepp realizing he's got 3 bullets left. And as much as I'd love to see him put them to good use, I don't think there's much he can be done here. So it's time to push up. And this just back play, it was just stunning coming out from the InFamouS side. But finally that play going down just due to lack of ammo has allowed PyRoGEN a bit of a chance towards the site at the very least. Iko is in there, he's got the med pack down. He's going to try and just claim this one over as quickly as possible. He knows that left flank is weak. He's going to go for a cheeky peek. He does get a tag, follows up with a kill, finds towards Tony, but there's the reply kill coming back in. I can imagine Zepp will be back in spot, but they have negated a lot of their presence here. So this is when there's going to be a change, if there's going to be one. PyRoGEN now have the chance to get their hands on this C site. We do see Militium splitting down there, giving it some good attention. Kremer does find one, but you can see the immediate reaction, however. It's not a clean pickup this time. PyRoGEN are being picked up down by A. You can see Tony pushing out, does find Hexus. He should be able to get the revive as well. He's done just that. So that's 2 players now at least ready to challenge on towards A, and there's no one else to stop them. So A, B hold, this is the ideal setup. But PyRoGEN in a good spot to challenge, but the tickets are going to get, almost too much of a problem to deal with, and Flash is going to push up. He's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage, but he's going to try and push around as best as he can. Tony does take him down, but Hexus quickly avenges, and we are going to see at least a 2-flag hold staying in favor to InFamouS for now. And if this is the team that we can be looking towards, really causing trouble in the Battlefield scene, I can't wait to see what they can do here, because they're really making a very well kind of respected and well-rounded team look fairly amateur. I'm sure PyRoGEN won't mind me saying that when they're really finding it very difficult to do anything at the moment. You can see how well his position is just playing to it. Tony holding back 2 players with Zuzu in tow as well. And there we go, push in, get the kill. One player now left. They know he's still here, but Zuzu does go down, and finally Melicium does have to do a double to break in here. He's going to be looking to take down B. He's looking to pick this side up, gets a good couple of respawns on him. There's already a player looking to cause trouble, hold him in place. Grim does find one, finds two, but he gets denied the third. But this push from PyRoGEN is not stopping just yet. They've got the revives coming in. They should be able to get B, but at the moment there's a lot of players already in a preset spot to challenge this one. You can see Zep over there again just doing the work. It's actually Tony doing the work this time. So obviously after that kill, he had to kind of think about his choices. But 129 to 50, this is a bloodbath for any PyRoGEN fans. And at the moment, they look stuck for an answer. The standard setup that they're used to just isn't doing the work. It's not doing the job. It's not getting the kills. And it looks like Melicium, pretty much the only one who's found their footing in this game at 10 to 5. The rest barely breaking even, if any. So not the best of starts. Finally, we're seeing these sites being challenged out, but even the one-on-ones are being won over by InFamouS. They're going to pick up that A side. They're going to challenge down on C. Tony the Tiger just leaping into this. Nades going out one side, pushes around the other. Brilliantly played, just clinical precision then, just to take that site on his own. And he knew there was going to be one player there. There may be support coming from the catwalk, but still, it doesn't matter. The sites are in their control. They're going to pick up B as well, just to really just add insult to injury. And if you wanted a lesson as to how to play this map well, InFamouS have just pretty much given it to you on a plate. And it looks like Zuzu wants a little bit more. He's not going to get it that time. Maybe a little too ambitious, but with only 27 tickets left on the opponent, what can they do here? You know, I've seen comebacks that have been pretty impressive, but this would be something to write home about. And with A and B going in the hands of InFamouS, they can just turtle down, play that passive game. And I don't think InFamouS are going to let them, to be fair. I think they're going to get right to their faces here. Nades will come through. Bit of a pick up there from Maker Hope. Finally finding a way in. Hex is doing just the same. But still, 122 tickets. That is sensational stuff. As just C will be standing, or at least being claimed by PyRoGEN, and A being open for the taking. Still, 16 tickets left. InFamouS trying to secure C. They've left B fairly open, but Kremer still doing the work, still holding on. So it should be a B-C hold to kind of win this one out, or at least this half out for InFamouS. But at least there's been a couple of tickets bled away from them. Yeah, that lead isn't looking too impossible now, just slightly scary. Zuzu does pick up a double, and now we are seeing only 9 tickets left. This is pretty much game over. I'd love to see PyRoGEN do something, but they just do not have the position. They're locked down to just A, no random spawn behind C coming in, and every single respawn is going to cost them a ticket. So another player down, there's another ticket added, and okay, good halves are being said. 119. That is a massive lead to start with. And if I was in PyRoGEN's shoes, I'd be worried. You know, these are the new kids on the block. These are the kids that are certainly causing some you know, heads to turn. And, well, let's see if they can keep it up. Very well played so far by them. And obviously you can see their one player has dropped, so just going to wait on the return from one of their players, but I do apologise, I am still slightly ill. Yeah, PyRoGEN, what happened? I think we can kind of write that off as a bit of a one-sided match, and you know, I saw a lot of you guys saying, you know, I really want to watch that new team, and I was wondering why, and I can kind of see as to why now. These guys are pretty dangerous, and if they're already challenging teams like PyRoGEN, then that's something to be keeping your eyes on going forward, and I can't wait to see how they perform through the later stages of these cups and of these tournaments. I really don't know what to say about these guys. They've certainly kind of surprised me, but then again, this is only the first half. Let's keep that in mind. Let's not get my hopes up too much. They have good pings. Really? Are we going to be that kind of people right now? Alright. We're being that kind of people. We're saying ping makes a difference. To be fair, PyRoGEN, what, they've got 20 ping, 20, 68. All in all, PyRoGEN have lower pings. I'm kind of hoping we don't go live with them only having 4, but it might be the case. Let's just make sure. I want to see if they actually do go live. If they do, we'll get straight into it, but sold on this. Nope. We are not live. So we're going to just wait on these guys to come back into the server. And while we do, I can talk to you delightful people in Twitch chat. So, ladies and gents, how are we doing? How are we? Are we enjoying Battlefield again? Are we still being the same community as we were before? I remember this community. Yeah, the other player deceived. Or he rage quit. I'd be worried if they rage quit after like one half. It's interesting considering they're both French teams. Yeah, so should differ. Can I spectate the match too? Sadly not. You have to deal with my spectating, which I know can be pretty lacking at times, I admit that. But, you know, what can you do? Yeah, I think the viewership will grow again. Obviously, we had some great viewers throughout the first cup, and obviously, every one of you guys obviously following this channel and supporting it does help. And it'll grow. It's only the first cup. Do not fear. And to be fair, I know this sounds probably like I'm just trying to cover the fact that we have low viewers, but it's kind of nice being able to actually talk to Twitch chat rather than it just being constant, inane spam. That's one thing that the Battlefield community does have. It is slightly more mature. Obviously, there's some people who may not act like that, but it is a more mature community, and it's kind of cool to speak to you guys properly and actually have, you know, a good explanation to things. And is this tournament cross-platform? No, it is just on PC. The community's fine. Just I feel it's very divided in regards to how it kind of responds to things. Like some people are like, yeah, esports. I'm like, why are we bothering with esports? It's weird and new and I'm scared. But some people like it, and that's all I care about. I'm still waiting on obviously that final player to come back. Actually, 2 players have now disconnected. That's going well for me. So, guys, feel my pain. I haven't even eaten dinner today. That's the worst part of it all. Like, I was looking forward to getting home, grabbing some pizza, maybe making a curry or something. Ow, hitting my head. You know, I'll just be chilling for a while. But I get you guys to keep me company, so it's okay. And that's the important factor of all this. Yeah. Like, the thing is, like, the FPS community was weird. Like, we were so used to, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, no one was used to the whole, like, esports thing. Like, anyone who, like, actually was involved in esports back in the day, we didn't have this stuff. Like, there was no Twitch TV back in the day. So, you know, all the big teams and that from Battlefield never really got the attention they deserved. And it's kind of nice to see them finally getting attention, but, you know, it'd be cool to see a little bit more, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being old now. Whoa. Hold on. Hold on, I'm breaking things. Can I not break things, please? I do apologise for the breaking of things. I'm gonna stop breaking things, we'll go back in game. Oh yeah. What's going on? Sorry guys. I'm putting a lot more time towards like FPS genre in general. And as soon as we do start, I will get in game. It's just we're still waiting on the 5th player to join back up. I have stopped breaking things for now, so don't you worry. And I don't speak French, but I saw a lag, so I assume he's probably lagging. Bad Company 3 is not going to be made by... Do you know what? Don't put your faith in that. I've seen a lot of games where it's like, this developer's doing it, it's going to be great. It's not great. I've learned not to put faith into it until I play it. But to be fair, like, I've enjoyed Battlefield a hell of a lot. And I'm enjoying casting it as well. Like, the improvements and the changes they're making isn't a bad thing. It's certainly getting there. So, I'm just kind of curious now. Obviously, while we're waiting, I'm just talking nonsense with you guys. I do want to know, where did you guys start to get to this point in Battlefield? Like, where was your starting point? Like, obviously, I started in Wolfenstein enemy territory. And I stumbled into Call of Duty 4, and then blah, blah, blah. Where did you guys start in gaming? What was your first game? You know what I mean? Like, where was that kind of starting point that kind of got you guys towards esports? I'm just going to wait on you guys to respond, because there's no time me just waffling nonsense. CSS, okay. Half-Life 1, BF3, Battlefield Heroes, cool. Game Board Republic, CS 1.5, Jesus, you've been around a while, buddy. It's kind of interesting. See, the thing is that I feel a lot of people have very differing opinions of publishers and games comparing to where they started. Because everyone will have that, you know, like, first game, that first love, you know what I mean? Where it's like, I'll always love that first game that I played. Because it was the one that kind of got me hooked on to everything, you know what I mean? So it was like, oh, this is competitive, oh, this is awesome, you know, you're part of a clan, and that was huge back in the day. But then obviously changes happened, like, okay, my follow-up game was Enemy Territory Quake Wars. Feel my pain. There you go. So, don't you worry. Jeez. Ah, UT player, very nice. See, I did like UT back in the day. I was more of a Quake person, but I respected UT. The movement confused me. Yeah, it is, and that's a very good point. When you are new to it, like nothing's wrong with your first game. Like, you'll never remember the bad points of it. You start with Wolfenstein, very cool. Like, Return to Castle Wolfenstein was a big part of me getting into esports. But yeah, you never notice these big problems, and then you kind of like go through like, okay, this isn't great, and you kind of get a little bit jaded. I did watch a little bit of COD Champs. I spoke a little bit to Fwiz about it. I know most of the casters. I used to cast a little bit with them. I casted with Rel before. But yeah, I watch a little bit of it, and yeah. Archangel, I can only do ESL products. Sorry. Caster is caster. I shall only call you caster. But yes, I did watch it. We are still waiting, by the way. Yeah, there's like 5 of you playing at the same time. You're basically, you know, your own organisation. I still remember going to my first LANs, and they just changed everything. If you guys have never been to like a proper gaming LAN, make sure you go. Like, I wouldn't say... I wouldn't say tournaments these days, like when you go to view a tournament, like if you go to one of the big LCSs or whatever, the same feeling, like there's no feeling like being at one of these events. Like, it's pretty awesome. Like, the first couple of LANs changed everything. Yeah. Battlefield 3, until it had, yeah, well, spec client is all I'm saying. It doesn't help. So, As you can see there, obviously there is still only 4. I'm not talking nonsense. Honestly, you should check out, like, the one thing that I want the FPS community to get past is this whole, like, you know, this game's better than this game is this game, I'll never watch any other game. Like, I hate it in RTS, I absolutely hate it in MOBAs and all that stuff. Like, I think it's ridiculous that we all like gaming, so I really hope that the FPS scene can get to the point where we just enjoy all other games. Like, obviously you have your preferences, but then, you know, don't completely ignore the other scene. So, I don't know, it's nice when I see a lot of crossovers happening, a lot of people playing others. My first LAN was Intel LAN here in New Mexico for CSS. Jeez. Halo LAN parties. See, everyone used to play Halo. I never got into Halo. Like, for me, I preach that I hope we don't polarize people, but for me, it was like when Halo was big, I was like, oh, that's a console lot. Ooh. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, I can't be seen with those guys. But I used to enjoy watching it, I'll admit that. I remember watching a lot of the YouTube videos and I was like, wow, this is actually really good. And it was the first one that I saw a lot of like commentary on and a lot of cool spectator features, and like it was really cool. I liked that. But yeah, it was never my thing. And I've got to say, 5v5 and the whole 8v8 and the 16v16 and all this kind of argument, the problem is, not only on the player side of obviously getting 8 solid people to be in the same team, it's the LAN aspect and teams. Like, okay, you join an organization, hey, we've got 8 people you now need to book flights for constantly, hotels for constantly, and then you've got to think, okay, we need 8 Battlefield 4 able to run PCs at the top level. That's a lot of money. Like, obviously, I'm not saying don't do the best game mode because it's expensive. I'm saying it gets to a point where it's almost too much hard work to do, which is a shame. I don't know, like, I used to play enemy territory and it was 6v6, and we changed it down to 5v5 and there was outroar, but for the better of the community, we kind of swallowed it and we're like, okay, we'll do this now. So, you know, it's kind of hard. Still waiting on the final player, guys. Like, I like talking to you guys, actually, but we are still waiting on the final player to connect. No, I do like seeing, it's always Twitch that gets me, and it's like, oh, she's casting Battlefield 4, I bet she's never, you know, casted anything else or knows any other games. Oh, she's a noob. It's like, oh, guys, like half the people in this chat are older than the people saying that. It's just brilliant. If the guy hasn't returned to Fisherman, I'm just going to take his place. I think they're getting a new player in, so it shouldn't be too long. Now they've got 3. Jesus. Yeah, most of us are used to 5v5, and it's easier supported by events and things like that. So. Yay, Mooney. I'm glad you gained 2 more points. Yep, I agree, Mr. Dog, but we tried it in enemy territory with 6v6, and then we did our own LANs, and then we could do nothing else other than QuakeCon. It didn't go well. Everything is possible if you believe, Dog, but we have 5 players, ladies and gents. Can you believe it? In the words of another shoutcaster. Pyro ready, here we go. We are back in the game, guys. Do not fear. Alright. First map. It was a bit of a stomp, and now PyRoGEN are kind of screwed. Because... hold on, let me get my headset right. Don't even start to me about World of Tanks, alright? Don't even start with me. That game is not... I don't know. I'm not going to get fired tonight, so... Alrighty. So, PyRoGEN did manage to just about walk away with some sort of opportunity going to the second half of the first map here. Because, well, they've got 100 a 19 ticket deficit. Or look at it this way. If these guys on the US team drop below 119, they are in severe trouble. So, let's see how InFamouS are going to start this one. Will they be going for the boost? Let's have a little look. Of course they are. Actually, not going for the full boost. Tony is down the bottom as well. Curious to see if he despawns. No, he's sticking with it. So, anyway, InFamouS going for an interesting start. Grimmer up top. Let's have a look, see how he does this. He will be the first one to be flying in towards that B-bomb site to challenge straight away, and I can imagine he's going to be challenged out almost immediately. The respawns will be coming in. We have 2 players focusing around the back of A. Actually, interesting choice here. Kremer not going for that B side. They're going to go for the hold almost straight up here, and he's going to get taken down. So, not the best choice, but an interesting one. So, here we go. InFamouS now on the back foot. They have A, but they do not have B in my game. Just minimized. Not sure why, but it just likes doing these things. I do apologize, guys. I'm back in the action. Excuse me. I'm also slightly ill, but we'll work around this, because at the moment, PyRoGEN lost a player, but they're still working around it, and at the moment, they're looking like they want to be hitting up that A side. They have the players in place, and they already have 2 sides in their hands, but can they do anything else? They're losing out on them, so they're going to have to make their move now or never. Benny is looking for a way in. He gets the tag, but his teammate gets the kill, and in we go, healing up time, A side in their control. But we look elsewhere. InFamouS have picked up C, and they did pick up B for a short amount of time. So, Zuzu now trying to find his way through. Does get tagged up. Didn't spot out Hadrian then. Like, he was literally right next to him. So, Hadrian get a nice little triple. 1 second, guys. My voice is actually dying here. So, do bear with me. I'll try not to die too loudly for you guys. At the moment, we are seeing the fact that InFamouS have not had the strong start they did before. PyRoGEN have come out of the gates flying, and A and B will be staying into PyRoGEN's hands. They're looking to pick up C as well, but InFamouS are in the spot to be at least converting over on towards A. They've got a good couple of players in towards the site, so hopefully they can do some damage here. And they are going to be turning that one over, and they've got a lot of tickets to play with. Let's bear that in mind, because 119 is not far off, and at the moment, 142 to 119, very, very close stuff. Drink a bit of water. I'm trying, but it just doesn't help. But wherever they found this new addition, Benny, he may not be up there on the scoreboard, but he's certainly got them flying out the gates. And let's see what he can do here, actually. Let's stay on board with the new addition. He's obviously stepping in for their player who did have connection issues. And he's trying to do the work. He's trying to get not naded pretty much. And they're holding this 2-1, so they can stay pretty comfortable here. They spread out another player pushing towards Ico and Melicium. Melicium will find Kremer. And then Ico does find Zep, so that is a streak pretty much safe and secure. This 2-1 hold will be remaining, and okay, they had a lead, but let's not give PyRoGEN a chance to turn this one, because PyRoGEN are certainly a capable side, and at the moment they're very much looking like it. And let's check in with the spawns here. We've got a bit of a split spawn, so we have 2 down towards A, 3 down towards C, and actually they're winning these fights over. That is a big pickup here. Zuzu and Co do have the control towards this A side, so they found Hadrian. God, I am really dying. And they have picked up the A site. I really do apologize, guys. But still, they haven't got the full convert towards B just yet. They don't have the position set up, and they had the better start on this one. So, not ideal this time around, and we are seeing Benny and Ico going to town on the guys. So, 2-1 does remain, and 81 tickets left, and that bleed's not stopping anytime soon. InFamouS are going fairly low here. Tony looking to challenge. Benny, who was the new addition, does get the exchange, not the clean kill. And look at this immediate retraction. Zep and Grim both have to come flying back here, and actually Zep now left in the 1v2 because Grim did not join him. Finds Ico, spots out the second player. Nice little pick up onto Benny then. Really well played, and does hold on to A for the side at least, but they need to pick up B. They need to pick up one of these 2 sides and do something with it, because at the moment they're struggling. They haven't been able to break through towards that catwalk section on the left side of the street. Well, they really are being outclassed, and it's bit of a shame to watch, I've got to say. It was such a great solid start from oh, this is a big spawn from Tony. Tony, I say it's luck, say it's skill. whatever it is, Tony now does have the opportunity to pick up the C site. They've been fairly comfortable at holding down A, but whether or not now they can hold it, they've got a bit of a fight in their hands, as now just Echo looking to cause trouble towards B, and he's doing just that, finding Grim, not allowing an easy conversion towards this B site. C does fall into the hands of InFamouS, A into the hands of PyRoGEN, so a bit of a switch around, but B this time will go over towards InFamouS, but for how long? And at the moment, 55 tickets is not a lot. This is PyRoGEN just cleaning house. It's been a constant 2-1 hold, and PyRoGEN really looking phenomenal here. I'm not sure what's happened during that break, but they've certainly sorted something out, and I don't think we can blame it on Ping when it's just they've stepped up in the second half this time, and Zep being a little bit more cautious, challenges out Melisium and a bit more of a advantageous exchange, but this time at a disadvantage. He's gonna have to back away from here. There's no way he's gonna be getting through on that one. And 48 tickets left. They could be in trouble here. This could be going, well, to the second map already. But, you know, you've got to keep in mind, every kill does hurt PyRoGEN. They're still so low. Nice turnaround from Zep, then 2 kills back to back. Goes to the third. Oh, that nade is not going to be on point enough. Yes, it is. I lied. Zep picks up Benny, picks up the C side. 125 tickets. This is game on. 119 is the lowest threshold we can imagine playing with. And this is going to be getting there. This is a perfect turnaround from InFamouS. Somehow out of nowhere, they dug deep enough, and they've turned it right on its head. And I think someone in chat just summed it up. They went in too cocky. InFamouS were too cocky, but then they had such an advantage in the first map. They turned it around, and that was just brilliantly done. So, well played, InFamouS. New team to my eyes, but certainly a team I will not be forgetting anytime soon in this one. To be already challenging on PyRoGEN in the first map. So, first one just go to them. We are in garbage time. Well, I think it's a little bit surprising even to me that they were able to turn that one around. They had like 50 tickets left, and PyRoGEN looked like they were on a roll being able to do that, but hey-ho. Not to be. It's time for the next map, and I'm going to say it. I lost a little bit of my steam, then obviously after the first map, and then that big long pause, it didn't really kind of keep that hype up. But we've got a new map now. We've got a new way to start this one through, and hopefully there'll be no more pauses. It is Locker. And if I'm trying to recall how these guys play on this. PyRoGEN were always quite strong. Maybe not Fnatic strong, but strong. They always had their comfortable plays, their ways to challenge, their setups that worked. But I'm trying to think of how well they did when it really came down to it, because I don't think we can say InFamouS play like Fnatic. They're very different to that. So I think this is just going to be down to how they play off the bat. And I think, as you said in chat then, they went in too cocky, and I think that's more of the traits of a newer team or a younger team coming into this. You know, the best teams, they never get, you know, too cocky. They always kind of keep that nice balance of when to kind of commit, when to back off. And I think there's that little bit of inexperience showing through then in that new side. So maybe that'll calm down in this one. We're obviously going into Locker right next here. But Locker kind of benefits the brave. If you can play aggressive, if you can play it well, then it can work. But it's not the easiest one to play out, so I'm ready when they are to get going, so hopefully the admin can start this one up nice and quickly so you don't have to look at me anymore. Keep giving you your predictions via Twitter, by the way. It's always awesome hearing from you guys. Make sure to follow me at TheyCallMePansy and let me know your thoughts on this one. InFamouS, a newer team to my eyes, not in the first season that I saw. Coming out looking extraordinarily competent and very strong here. And we will be going into Locker, so let me just switch you back into the game so you can get away from my face. I'm sick of seeing my face, but I'm allowed to because it's my face. But, you know, PyRoGEN came back in strong. What weapons items are banned in this competition? The best way I'd say to find that out is head over to the, if you just go to battlefield-ems1.com and check it through that. Because it'll redirect you to our new site, which I'm not too fluently aware of just yet. So if you head over there, you'll find out, because all the rules are on the site, basically. There are a lot of banned weapons, as you can probably tell with the SkyH now not in play and some others. I think we are just about to go live, so there you go. Sorry, I'm awful at this. ESL-1.com Battlefield. Check it out. Team AA have mastered the art of aggression. I used to like watching AAA. I don't know how they got away with being so aggressive, but it always just caught teams out. Super aggressive, super in their faces. And I like the way this game does really allow for different styles. You know, that kind of makes me a happy bunny, that you see teams who are genuinely aggressive or genuinely quite passive. But this time around, let's see who's on which side. InFamouS will be starting on the Russian side. On the US side, it will be PyRoGEN. And I'm curious to see how InFamouS play this one, because they weren't scared to play at long range in the last game. Who was it? Zep actually played the position that we see a Scar H usually playing. Obviously with that gun now not in favor or not viable to play, I'm curious to see if they go round towards the back of C. Because this was a spot that you generally got the advantage on C. You'd play through A, get that one player on C, lock down mid, and then eventually rotate your players out. I'm curious to see if he does it. He's got an AEK. Wow, that's not a long-range weapon. So no, he's not going to be going out there at all. 2 players now on the US side will be heading over towards C, whereas we're seeing straight away a big push going out from Kremer. He's not messing around at all. He's going to be getting into the face by this B site, going to be getting that cap underway or trying to at least challenge it out. While the rest of the side are going for the exchanges through mid, and Zep now on that rotate through, chilling out in the toilets, getting those revives, and does look like he should be helping out on B anytime now to secure this 2-to-1 hold. And I love you too, Cal. Let's see if they can keep on this. Go did find Kremer eventually, and actually completely unawares. Hexus does find another, so Zeb did go down, and that's the 2-to-1 hold coming in, but actually in favor to Team PyRoGEN. So this could go a 3-mapper if they don't secure this one anytime soon. And let's check in with what guns PyRoGEN are running with. The Ace-23, near on all of them, but we are still seeing a couple of them run with that AEK, so certainly a more viable choice on such a close-range map. We would see a lot more, I don't know, I never got sold by the AEK. It's a great gun, fantastic gun. But I feel that you always get put at a disadvantage as soon as they step away from being in your face. But this B-side is going back and forth. At the moment, Benny, the new addition to PyRoGEN, who's had to step in for the teammate, is doing wonders, just roaming around by that side, going to secure that B-side. So they've got the AB hold, maybe not the perfect setup, but certainly workable. And we are seeing him picking up one on the cross. That's Tony going down, and considering this man to stand in, he's certainly doing the damage and working out maybe where the opponents are. That B-side will be swung over towards InFamouS. C still staying in their hands. 2-to-1 could be picked up, but Kremer does get found. Not the ideal way to be picked up then, but look at this. 3 players there, only 1 man on A, 1 waiting on respawn. These guys can make a solid effort towards this A site, and there goes down that 1 player who did respawn in. Here we go, Zep's in a good spot to make this one happen. A is under pressure, but that AEK at long range, you might as well back away and use a nade, because you're not going to get that hit that you want. That's not what you'll be wanting at all. He's going to allow Kremer to kind of pick up the mantle, get the respawning of Zuzu, and now here we go. A is going to be under siege. These guys are now pouring in towards his side. 1 man holds on. It's Melissimi, gets the tag, not the frag. Zuzu gets in on the side. They're going to convert that over, and already you can see this is a good setup here. 2 players already back by B. They knew this would be the response coming in from PyRoGEN, and they're ready and prepared to take it down. And look at that nice little double pickup coming in with that AEK from Grim. We're seeing that gun in its full uses there, and that was probably an unlucky respawn coming in, or a bit of a sloppy player respawn, should I say. But still, 2-to-1 hold now in favor to InFamouS. They're going to start working down that ticket lead that PyRoGEN did build up just at the start there. And now let's check in and see where PyRoGEN are going. At the moment, they've got 2 players kind of exchanging on A. Big play coming from Tony there, but here comes the respawns. This is what it comes down to. Here comes the A exchange. Zuzu does make his way, and he knows where they're going to be, but Grim does pick him up. Hexus replies. Hexus gets himself nice and close range. That AEK, I doubted it, but it's doing real work here. And now PyRoGEN just holding on to A by a whisker. Do send 1 player on the road hit. That was Hadrian, who gets picked up in the end by Tony, but you can see the immediate kind of responses from these guys. PyRoGEN happy to switch out, try and pick up this B site if they're feeling a little bit lost on A or C, but does get outgunned by Zuzu, who's been a bit of a monster so far. 8-4 already. Let's stay on board with this man, because he's on point at the moment, and now the tickets are all even. So see if they can kind of work a victory out of this one. C looks as though it's going to go in favor to PyRoGEN. A as well, and look how far away these players are. Unless Kremer can do something magical, coming in on the flank. He's not going for the immediate flank. He's going all the way around. I'm not sure if the opponent's got a glimpse, but he's not even going to go for A. He's going all the way back around towards C. This could cause an upset. And it's this time management, this smart play that could really gift in these sites. And there's only 1 man down there, and look how far away Hexus is. They can do nothing here. So B stays, C should be picked up, and then they can lock them down towards A. Fantastic rotation from InFamouS, if they can pull it off, that is. So let's see if they can. So Zuzu hunting around, looking for these players. Maybe over-rotating almost. They're kind of confused as to where the opponents are. Clearly, as they're still in A, they've out-rotated PyRoGEN massively. They should be able to get fairly set up here. They still have a player out towards C. Benny obviously not going to be able to do the damage used to be able to do with that Scar H down towards that site. But still, very close game. 97 tickets to 95 was the scoreline. And it's just going back and forth, but this is going to drag it one way or the other. Nice play coming in from Tony, then double kill. Ico down, Melisium down. That Ace 23 just ripping them to shreds. He needs to med pack up. He's being bled badly, but he can come back around now, maybe try and get back in towards B. He knew there was a player there. This random spawn does come in for the opponents, but Grim does find Benny, so that's been secured. And now a big triple cap did come in for a couple of seconds, then A, C in their hands, B not swinging either way. And there we go. Finally, he goes down, and Grim's still there. Grim is still causing trouble. This is brilliant to watch. This is absolutely brilliant. So both teams going absolutely hell for leather, and that triple cap does chip away a good 20 tickets odd from the US team of PyRoGEN. And now PyRoGEN are in trouble. Grim just being that kind of pest, being that floating role to be around the back, constantly causing trouble for them. We are seeing C taken in the hands by Zuzu. A, however, could be the turning point. This is where one team can break ahead. If they get one good setup, one good hold, and this is what they need to do. Melisium, med packs down. It's a nice little spot he's got there, actually, I've got to say it. Melisium peers around. No opponents to be found, though, but where are the opponents? That's a very good point. One out by C, couple down by B, and B could be lost. B looks almost a lost cause at times, and Tony go big again. He gets one, doesn't get the follow-up this time. Does find Benny, but no more. They need to make a move on A right now. Otherwise, they get this 2-1 against them. They are kind of getting on top of this, and they are going to try and hit up the A side. Kremer pushing forward. He knows his opponents around. He's being half-handed about it. And now Zuzu has to pick up the Rive and pick up the mess he left, as they are now pushing in towards A. They've still got C. Keep that in mind. And they're in a good position to convert on towards A. There's only one man in on the site. That is Hexus, but Hexus has done the damage. He's taken down 2. That's all he had to do, and they've held on to this 2-1. 62 tickets. That'll be evened up very quickly. This is exactly what people wanted to see. And I do turn off the camera and make strange faces. But still, InFamouS finding it hard to break back in here. B hasn't been really going in their favour. Zep finally goes to go for this A site. Oh, nice little double tap onto Melisium and then just takes him straight down. And A can be fairly uncontested, actually, as InFamouS have got their route back in now. This is the path they needed. A's going to be picked up. C not challenged. And it's only all even. They only let it sit for a second, and they're straight back in. This could be a triple cap coming in. 3 flags held down by InFamouS. They might just lose out on C, but B should be theirs by all rights by now. But there must be a player of the opponents around here. There must be someone trying to cause trouble. Is he under the stairs? You can see them looking around desperately for this, trying to find the one player who's causing all this nuisance, and they're losing out on A. This is trouble. This is the slacking play. That one player, Benny, just may have won PyRoGEN at least a good another 10 seconds here. Fire comes through. PyRoGEN hold on to 2 sites, A and C. A now in the hands fairly safely. C is being challenged. See Ico exchanging fire there. Loads of players around. They're pegged down. Oh, the timing on that, just about getting over towards C. There's 2 players now present, and they've pushed up in mid. Good play from InFamouS now. They should be able to hold on to this midsection, this mid-cross, retain the B site, and pick up C. So let's pick up on the C site. Have they won the exchange? Now it's just Zep. Zep goes down. Benny again. Benny's been vital. Benny's a stand-in, but he's been absolutely huge. They've had a lucky breakthrough on towards A, pretty much brute forcing their way in here. But credit's where it's due. You've picked up a man in the last couple of seconds, and Benny has been doing the important kills. They may not be the pretty frags, but they're certainly the down and dirty ones, and now we are going to be seeing the PyRoGEN guys weighing up their options. It looks like they've faked out towards B. They're going to be hitting back towards A. Zuzu does find one. Benny gets the revive, however, so still on point. Trying back for the aggressive play. Zuzu just pushing out, trying to buy time for the rest of InFamouS to make their way back. Kremer does just do perfectly then, picking up Hadrian. 2-1 hold now, though. Now InFamouS could be losing out on A. If they don't think of a backup plan, don't think of another way through. A couple of tags hitting, but no kills going into favor, and there we go. This should be PyRoGEN's site, but still respawns coming through. InFamouS are putting a lot of resources towards this, and tickets are getting low. InFamouS have a slight lead, but round the flank, Tony comes, picks up one, gets avenged. It's just sloppy back and forward play. This is the exchange that could win over the site, that could give away a couple more tickets than wanted, and InFamouS will be switching that one over, but B's going back as well, and they've not won out on A. It should be a 2-1 hold. It should be, but look, 4 players now on the safe side. Only 3 here for PyRoGEN. Benny finding Kremer. Tony now pushing in towards the side. He's looking for a way into this one. 29 tickets left for PyRoGEN. They're going low, but it's still so damn close. Hadrian goes down, but as does the other members, and we are seeing the final man standing being Zuzu here. No revives just yet. He's going to have to pick these guys up pretty damn quick. Oh, he missed a revive, but he does finally get it. No challenge immediately, and this 2-1 hold should just swing in their favor if they can hold it for a couple more seconds. 2-man stack towards the outside. Grim is going to be holding on for dear life here. He's in a good spot, but not good enough. Gets taken down by Hexus. C goes over. Zuzu with a quick push towards B. He's looking for a way in. He's trying to find a backup plan if they do lose out on this side, and they might be just doing that. And Tony going for the last kind of peer towards this. Let's get the tag. Not going to get the kill. B is vital now. That is all they can go for here. They've got 2-1. It can go either way. 15 tickets remaining. It looks like InFamouS might just be breaking ahead here. B not going their way, but Kremer has just about bought enough time for them, as C will stay theirs, A will stay theirs, but we're seeing one man looking to cause trouble. This exchange is huge. It means absolutely everything. Milicium just about makes it away. He could convert on the A side. There's no player near. Maybe this is the final stand they need, but 10 tickets is not enough. It really isn't. Any more kills coming in could cause you so much damage. It looks like a final stand more than anything. But can they do anything? Here comes the rest of the InFamouS side. Zuzu goes down. Milicium doing damage. 9 tickets left. They could turn this one. Can you believe it? They might be able to just do this if they hold on to these 2 sites. They cannot die here. These nades must connect, and they're not doing it. A is now up for grabs. The push-in happens. Tony does the damage. He's got 1. He's got 2. He's taken down Milicium. Can he find any more? Pivoting around on the spot, looking for a way in, and I think this is just about it. InFamouS have done enough. Maybe they should be able to get this B side. They should be able to hold A, but here we go. This is what it comes down to. 6 tickets left. A final push coming in from PyRoGEN, trying to make their way back in, but Zuzu holds strong with their teammates. They create the crossfires, they hold on to the sites. 6 to 9 tickets, every kill matters. Tony picks up Hexus. A should stay in their hands, and there you have it. The 2-1 hold will be in favor to InFamouS, but that was fought right down to the last wire, and good half is certainly true here. PyRoGEN merely going with a deficit, only 8 tickets. So brilliantly played at the very end then from both sides. GG's either way. So let's check in with that scoreboard, see who really standed out. Zuzu cannot deny that. Perfectly done. Hadrian 17 to 15 as well. Hexus doing the damage for himself. And you think back, and every single kill, every single time you died, any mistake you made would have cost you that. We're not done yet though, guys. We still have another half to play out. Let's bear in mind, InFamouS need to just keep the advantage going. They need to keep this building up. PyRoGEN, on the other hand, have to stay above 8 tickets. Slight disadvantage. And so far, no. PyRoGEN did not win 2 rounds. They've lost both rounds. I do apologise once again for the drinking, but here we go, guys. This is what decides it. Does it go to 3 maps, or are we over just in 2? For my throat's sake, I'm kind of hoping it's over in this one, but, you know, for the enjoyment of the game, I'm kind of hoping for a 3rd map. So let's find out anyway. InFamouS, they have that B spawn. Maybe not the ideal one. They'll be over on the US side. And on the Russian side, it's going to be PyRoGEN. And now, this is going to come right down to the wire, guys. 8 tickets is nothing. That's a solid 2-1 hold for maybe 20 seconds, max. So let's not read into that too much, but let's bear it in mind anyway. If PyRoGEN, the team on the right side, by that Russian flag, drop below 9 tickets, they are done for. They're out already. And would you believe that? If I told you, you know, at the start of this, yeah, they'd make it to the quarterfinals, but they'll lose out to InFamouS. No one would believe me, but let's see what they go for off the bat. The standard start from PyRoGEN. Benny is the player playing that. What gun's he running with to go for this long-range challenge? Ace 23, up against 2 players. One splitting off towards mid, one sticking towards that C site. Just have to be a little bit careful here. Doesn't want to get taken down early, and he can go for the rotate kill. He can pick him up on the way through. He's going to have to get aggressive, though. He's playing this quite nicely. He's going to go for that nice bit of aggression. Nade up and over. Does get the tag onto him. Goes for the kill. He doesn't get it. C will stay in the hands of InFamouS. But the random spawn may be brilliant for PyRoGEN here. Around the back we go. Hadrian, best position possible. Spots out another. Doesn't get the kill, doesn't get the tag. Not sure if he even spotted him out, but here we go. Hadrian will be getting in towards that B site. So it could be a 2-to-1 hold, and InFamouS are out of position here. They are not in the best spot possible. They can get set up towards A, but there's already 3 players waiting to go here. And there's no sign of anyone on C. Obviously, Kramer playing that passively. They know it's going to be an A hit coming in for the PyRoGEN side. Zep just taking his time, peering through. They need to kind of execute at the exact same time here. And Benny picking off these players. Hex is doing the same. It's not really helping. There's a player around the back. Oh my word, what a lovely rotate from Hadrian then. Just really shut them down. And these two must play safe now. They cannot die here. They have to play careful. They have to play smart. Get those respawns in. They picked up a kill. That's Hex is down. First respawn does come in. And now we look like we're going to be going in towards the A site. B being challenged out as well. We're going to see them picking that up. They could go for a trip cap here. They might lose out on C, but you know the AB hold is certainly a strong one as well. Zep now has to pick up the pieces. Can he hold on to this? Those players surrounding him. There's a player just down towards the back there. He gets tagged up, backs away towards that rather vital med pack. But we are seeing the exchange going down on this B side. Let's switch over here. Zuzu playing from the upper ground, not challenging down low. He's going to be trying to find his way in on top. A and C split between these two. Cheeky little nade landing at the feet of Hex to say he's not going to avoid that one. And now Zuzu can just be trouble from above. Goes for the drop-in, does he? No, not just yet. He could really catch his players off guard if he goes for the drop-in, but he's going for the long way round. And here comes trouble. He picks up Hadrian, and he's just working them out here. And they need to pick up this B site, though. They cannot just stay here doing these kills. They've got to get these sites. Here we go. So, there's that player right there. That's going to be Zep. Zep is found. A is now vulnerable, but not completely open. 2 quick rotates coming back through. The 2-to-1 hold in favor to InFamouS. They're evening these tickets up. Zuzu now knows there's trouble incoming. He's spotting these players out. He's going to have to play this one smartly. The nades are going to be landing right at his feet. Melisium's already found Grim. And now the immediate challenge is not going to help at all. A's been left open for the takings. But still, PyRoGEN are in a good spot to convert more. It's not just one site that InFamouS just let up on. It's near on all of them. This could be a triple cap coming in for Team PyRoGEN. They're only going to be able to pick up B. This is about all they're going to walk away with. And Hadrian still causing issues. There's not going to be an easy pickup at all. Hadrian gets one. Looks for the second. And he gets the second. That's Tony and Grim down. Looks for the third. Not going to get the third, however. As B will stay into the hands of InFamouS for now. But they're going to have to look for their breakthrough point again because they let that one slip. So, A and C, generally the preferable sites. Still in the hands of PyRoGEN here. They're good set. They're in a nice setup for it. They complement each other a little bit better. And we are seeing Melisium obviously enjoying that fact of the cover here from where they can be pushed from. It's just perfect. As long as their back is covered, they have a fantastic spot to watch mid through, as well as, you know, you get the support from here. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're getting the perfect setup now. But 2-man stack now towards that C side. Obviously without the Scar H, it's a less easy hold, but it's still pretty comfortable. So Tony now has to go the long way around. Zep as well, they're taking their time and they don't have all the tickets in the world to play with here. Let's bear in mind, they only have an 8-ticket advantage. It's not exactly huge. InFamouS need to make this one stick. They need to get this push on the go. They get the revive in. Nades, however, are coming in thick and fast. They're going to be careful. Here comes the peek up. He does get one, and that's Melisium going to town on these guys. Melisium is just holding onto the side. He's saying, you shall not pass. This is mine. And, well, while we're at it, let's take B as well. And, my word, this is looking a little bit one-sided here so far. $70 tickets left. B just about clawed back into their hands. InFamouS seem to like playing this one right down to the wire. If anything, if they want to pick it up in 2, they need to be quick about this. AC hold. Still very strong. Trying to bait out the sound then. If they can go for the push. It does seem as though they're working their way in. The players are falling like flies, and Tony gets picked up as well, and they just cannot get through here. This is unbelievable. PyRoGEN, once again, looking desperately strong. 57 to 109. PyRoGEN coming out of the gates absolutely flying. This little bit of a push up from Hex is going to just negate any sort of sneaky play that could have come out from InFamouS, and we are going to see Hexus making up for the deficit on A now, but pushing down towards B. They've had a bit of a breakthrough finally on this A site, but it's certainly not a safe pickup because there's still players around left, right, and center. There's still players doing the damage, and Tony finally gets that double in. We know Tony can do this work. He needs to start doing it because 45 to 107, this is huge. This is absolutely huge. And Crema trying to do something here. InFamouS really in trouble. We do see Hexus pick up on this B site. It should be a 2-to-1 hold, and don't tell me. My word, straight away, Benny is getting in towards A. He's not messing around at all, and Nate will finally take him down, but InFamouS are in serious trouble here. If you thought this could be over in 2, think again, because it looks like it's going to be going to a 3rd, and it looks like InFamouS are really in this for the victory now. They're going to have to be going all the way as PyRoGEN finally find that little bit of life left in them. We do see the A-B hold possibly coming around for InFamouS, but they have to also defend this B side, which they've really not been doing too well on, and you can see as to why. The kills are just coming in back to back for PyRoGEN. Now, Adrian peers up, peers across, can't find anything. Looks down towards B, there's just players literally everywhere, but every time InFamouS just about pick up one site, they lose out on 2. There's no way they're getting set up here. Finally a bit of a good spawn for Tony, but you know, they're still not set up to hold this. Finally a good respawn comes in as well. Crema will join him. This is better. This is a 2-to-1, but with this ticket deficit, it's not enough. They need something, they need near on miracle to be able to do this one. And if Melisium starts pushing towards that outside site, we know you're in trouble. So Tony has found Ikaho. C will, for now, remain in the hands of InFamouS, but there are challenges absolutely everywhere, leaving a 2-man stack towards this, 3 towards B. And all is quiet on the western front. Couple of shots being exchanged. Nice work from Crema. Here comes the bigger stack though, he's got to be careful. He needs help from Tony here. Nade's coming in. You can see, as soon as they get down low on these tickets, they start playing so cautiously, so carefully. B is now in trouble. We've seen a breakthrough play. We've seen one player sneaking through. And actually, InFamouS plays from the top, which is slightly unique and really not working out, because right now PyRoGEN are cleaning up. They're going to get that B hold. It's going to be a 2-to-1, and that slight turnaround for a good couple of seconds, I don't think it's going to be enough. And last man of the squad will be Crema, and he could be easily taken down, but a nice back spawn. That could at least gift them back B, but it has given an easy rotate out towards that C site, so they're going to have to make this one fast. They're going to have to do this unbelievably quickly. As Crema has gone down, this could be a triple cap before they know it. C is in severe trouble. Straight up kind of push out from Zuzu there. He's not going to allow them to pick this one up too easily, or uncontested, should I say. But 23 tickets, it's getting low. Kills now become vital. Deaths, respawns, everything comes into effect. And Crema is just surrounded by the opponents. He's got one in front, one behind, one to the left, one to the right. Not going to get out of that. And this near-on triple cap is going to be the undoing of InFamouS. And we're going to go to a 3-mapper. This is going to go all the way. This is what these individual moments come down to. 6 tickets left. InFamouS know it's over on this one. Perfect play from PyRoGEN. They had the disadvantage, but they came back and they fought damn hard. And, you know, my throat hates me for this, but I gotta say it. The esports, fan in me absolutely loves this. And, Hexus, Melisium, Hadrian, all phenomenal players. Absolutely sensational stuff. Credit to them for pulling it off. And now we'll be going to a 3rd map. I can't even remember what the 3rd map was. I certainly didn't think we'd be getting there. But let me double check in to see what the next map will be. Damn, yeah, first time we'll be seeing it. I even mentioned it at the start. So this is going to get pretty damn good, guys. Make sure you don't go anywhere, because this is freaking incredible. So, yeah. I'm going to go and get another drink of water, because this is going to 3 maps. So, guys, I'll be back in 1 second. Tweet me to that Twitter below. Tell me who you think's going to walk away with this. It's 1-1 at the moment. We've seen, an incredible game so far, and it's only going to get better. So, guys, make sure you tweet through to me at TheyCallMePansy with who you think's going to win. InFamouS or PyRoGEN? I don't know. Literally, I have no idea now. So I'm going to leave you in the game. I'm going to run, get a drink of water real quick. I will be literally 2 seconds. So do not fear. I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty, I made it back. But I do want to point out, if you guys are mocking my headset hair, there's no need for this. It's just cruel and unusual. Mean people. But anyway, third map coming up. It's gonna be Dam, and I'm so excited now. It's Brett, you've missed some incredible matches. But you're tuning into the best one is going 3 maps. We had the first 2 kind of going back and forth, and it's been pretty damn awesome. Make sure you guys are tweeting about this. Give me your predictions. Tell me who you think is going to be winning this one. As we are going to wait on these guys just to give us the nod to say they're ready. Obviously, I am ready, waiting. Do not fear. I'm looking forward to this now. I think we're just about ready to go live. Just going to wait on the server to restart, and let's get our head into the action here. Obviously, Dam, interesting map. We don't often see it. It's a bit of a rarity at times, but we didn't see Shanghai before either, but that's certainly become a little bit commonplace. But let's get our eyes set on the action, and it will be PyRoGEN starting on the Russian side. Whoa. Hold on, let me sort this out. Okay, hopefully that's working. Okay, 1 second, let me see if it fixes. It does, there we go. The overlay did not go too crazy. And we are into the game. So PyRoGEN will be on the Russian side. InFamouS will be on the Chinese. And let's see what we've got going down so far. So not an unusual start. Long rotate around from InFamouS, so they're not going to go for the immediate routes. They're going to go for the long walk around the back. Benny and Melicium will be picking up the first couple of kills, taking down Tony and Co. And now Grim in that lovely little spot, just getting some fire in towards that B building. But C will be staying in their hands, but that's about it, as B is really the side people want to get set up on. It's that kind of middle ground that everyone seems to need. Kramer not finding an easy way through either. So PyRoGEN pretty well set up here. Finally having a little bit of a breakthrough though, as InFamouS will make their way towards this B site. They do have the flag back underway. Tony does go down. Oh, that is not what you want to be doing. Team kills are not going to help the matter, is all I'm going to say. So we will see Penny picking this one up pretty much solo here, and it will be retaining a 2-1 hold in favour to PyRoGEN. And the clock is desperately ticking. Tony now looking to cause a little bit more trouble. They've kind of given up on B, gone, okay guys, let's try out C, because clearly it's not working. But PyRoGEN just causing so much trouble here. They're just constantly in their faces. Iko knows as a play go around and just having a peek of that little gun barrel going around the corner, finds Zep, and now this 2-1 is just going to be made worse and worse. As Tony will dive in, pick up this site. You can see them finally getting back into the action. 2-1, but for how long? PyRoGEN still hanging around here. They're not giving up just yet. As we will be seeing Hadron coming through, picking up Kramer, getting the revive on, and now looking forward to picking up and securing the B site at least, making sure that there's no easy conversion on towards this one, as they did obviously go towards InFamouS. He's just going to hop down, get on ground level, get back down and look for any pushes coming across. Tony has found Hexus. We are seeing the only player really coming in being Grim right now, who's going to make his way forward. A little bit of a brave play from him. He's going to be swiftly dispatched of, as we do see Zuzu now and Zep both kind of piling in. It's a bit of a brute force matter now from InFamouS. They went for that sweeping, nice rotate, that little bit of a beautiful play, but now it's just get the job done, and at the moment they're struggling to do it. PyRoGEN with a strong lead, but finally InFamouS breaking back in with a nice 2-2. Well, it's a neutral hold, but it should be nearing on a trip cap if Grim did get those nades connecting, and they actually did retain B. This time not happening so easily, as they will be swinging back over into the favour of PyRoGEN for now, at least, as Hexus did split off. But it does leave B fairly vulnerable, as Benny now can only really defend from this slightly elevated position. Nice little spawn to Zep though, so that's him picking up a big kill there. That's opened up the B site enough to allow for a push forward. Hadrian already did go down, and they secure the kills on the site. Oh, that position is absolutely filthy. It's just causing trouble for everyone trying to peek it. There's no easy way to get past that, pretty much. And these cabinets, who thought office kind of furniture would really do this much work, but it certainly is. And now 2-1 in favor to InFamouS at the moment. Close game all the way here, guys. We are not having one-sided matches at all. Zuzu and Zep creating this crossfire, and where is that push coming towards? It's going to be PyRoGEN pushing around the outside. Benny leading the way in. The superstar stand-in is just doing work. And as Hadrian will be picked up, however, and InFamouS will retain the 2-1 at least. My word, InFamouS could get a trip cap here. They've got all 3 sites, and they've got them fairly safely. Echo might be able to get C, but already players rotating back. This is just incredible stuff. InFamouS looked shoddy at the start. Now they look near on untouchable, but interesting play going out there. He does pick up 1, but maybe a little bit too anxious to get involved into that, I feel. If he waited a little bit longer, he could have picked up a little bit more, as Hex is now just brute forcing his way in towards that B site. Not in his hands, but he's getting the kills around it, allowing it to be opened up for his team. Benny comes in for 1 for himself. B will be swinging over towards PyRoGEN's favor, and now just A is retained by InFamouS. And oh, such a strong hold. This is the map. It swings and roundabouts, ladies and gents. 1 minute you'll have everything, the next is completely lost, and I think we're seeing that in full effect right now. Hexus does pick up 1, but the immediate revenge kill coming in from that beautiful spot we see being used so much by Melisium now. Giving this 2-1 in favor to PyRoGEN. No lead gets unanswered, pretty much. We see him still waiting, still looking for that next onslaught. And you can see the impact one player can have. So it got pushed down towards A. He's bought time. I mean, B was completely safe for a good extended period. C, however, might be in trouble. Benny is nowhere to be found. He's going to be challenging out against the odds. He's finally got some support coming in. He knows there's players around here. He's well aware of it. He's going to get the tag and the frag, so that's going to at least secure him C for a little bit longer. But Zuzu also not far behind. They need to break this trip cap against them. This is going back and forth, ladies and gents. This is unbelievable to watch. Zuzu has to back away. There's no way you can stick on towards this side. Not alone, at least. He's waiting for the team execution. He's been the one roaming player. He's waiting for them to overextend, to do something wrong, but they're not doing it. B might be vulnerable, but PyRoGEN are just standing tall, and no one's getting kills. It's unbearable to watch for any InFamouS fan. These guys are just being battered and bruised. And look at these spawns now. They're just appalling coming in, as Grim, right at the back of B, catches a glimpse of one running towards the C side, but what can you do with that? It's a long road around, and this triple cap is going to be hurting. Look at those tickets. They're pouring away from InFamouS. Only Kremmer being able to really make up a kill as this B push did form. The rest just mowed down. Zep being outdone by that office cabinet again, as we do see the triple cap holding in, and once again these distant spawns not helping out at all. 30 tickets left, should I say, and they're falling very, very quickly. And these respawns won't help. Any kills now will be a big cause and effect. You cannot allow them to kind of be used against you. Nice spot from Zuzu, though, kind of keeping eyes across, making sure the site is clear, and it's not completely. Hexus was there on the balcony, but he does get taken down, so A will go into their hands. Let's bear in mind, C and B have been almost untouched for a good bit of time here. Melisium in such a phenomenal spot, does get the squad as they cross over from the C site. Fire comes in, just tucking himself down behind those cabinets, using cover perfectly, and just buying time. That's all he has to do. 80 ticket lead. C might be being challenged, so let's spin across towards there. Actually, that's going to go their way. They're going to have to push out towards A. Hexus already knows this. He's running off, but let's bear in mind, respawns are now a big problem factor for InFamouS. They know it as well. They're going to be doing these prediction nades, just making sure they keep them as far away as possible. But look at this, two-man split coming in as well. PyRoGEN, they want to keep this lead as firm as possible in their hands. Right now, only one man stood in their way. It was Kremmer. A will be switched over. 6 tickets now left with them. B is not being contested just yet. Melisium still tucked down here. 4 tickets. They're going to have a big advantage in this one. They're just buying time. That's all they need. 2-1 hold. They might get a couple of tickets back here and there. We get a lot of tickets back, to be fair. They've got a lot of kills coming with this as well, but I don't think they're going to work out too many. But keep your eyes on it. PyRoGEN certainly going to be frustrated by this. It's taken away that phenomenal lead they did have, and now made it look manageable. 3 tickets left. Triple cap coming in. Benny does take down Zep. Hexus finds one onto Kremmer, but There's the reply, so they cannot respawn too much, though. 3 tickets is a bit of a problem. Any site now being picked up will swing it back into favor of either of these teams, or at least, should I say, PyRoGEN, as now the respawns are going to be just all they're going to be thinking about. They cannot cover all these sites. It's a matter of time, pretty much, before PyRoGEN pick this one through. Kremer goes down. 2 tickets now left, but it's been a big ticket lead worked away from. They've got it down from 70 to 40. This is huge play. This makes a big difference from first to second. Benny's going to pick up B. There's going to be those 2 tickets remaining pretty much ripped away, but what a fantastic turnaround. Very much a last-minute ditch effort, but what a great one for that. InFamouS do lose out on the first half of the 3rd map here, but still, great play all in all. And let's check in with that scoreboard. See who's been really causing havoc over these sides. And Hexus, 13 to 8. Melisium, 13 to 12. Really well done from those guys. And I love their play on B. Their setup was absolutely awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure which way this one's going to go. Either team could pull something phenomenal out, but it's hard to predict. We saw a great start from one side, looking solid, and then we saw a complete triple cap, just decimating the opponents. So it's kind of hard to predict these things. There's no way to kind of go, oh yeah, you know, that's solid. That's an easy victory right there. Like, literally, either team can swing this both ways around. So anyway, let's get ready for Langkane Dam, because this will be the final half. So let me explain this to you. If you're new to Domination, I don't think any of you are, but just for the sake of it, just so I can talk to you some more. LDLC, PyRoGEN, whatever you want to call them, they have every French organization. They'll be starting on the Chinese side, so let me switch that across. Here we go. Done. InFamouS will be on the Russian team. Now, you look at it this way, InFamouS have a 41 ticket disadvantage. So, if they drop below 41 tickets, they are out of this. But they can also say they took PyRoGEN to 3 maps. But would that be enough after being so damn good in this the whole way through? It'd be a real shame to see them bowing out just now, but then again, PyRoGEN looked almost formidable in this. So let's find out straight away, because we are live into the game here. InFamouS, as I said, on that Russian side starting off. The Chinese side, it will be PyRoGEN looking for their way through. 3-man, 4-man stack coming in towards B from InFamouS. Desperate to get their hands on that mid-central position, tucking down. Oh, what a spot. Lovely play from Zep there. This is just... How many times do you think he's played this map to be able to work those spots out near on instantly? First exchanges are going back and forth, and he does go down eventually, as A and C obviously going either way in these teams, but B is the side they want, and at the moment you can see the bodies of InFamouS laying on the floor, as LDLC do have firm holds on this. And now from the back rotate, Kremer looking for a way around towards C, but they have been spotted out, so it weren't exactly the sneakiest of approaches, but they're being engulfed. But look at the counterplay from Hexus already. Straight up, looking for maybe a trip cap if he gets it quick enough, because they'll probably lose out on at least one of these sides, but he's going to at least convert on towards A. B is up in the air at the moment. They can get a quick push through. Let's be serious here. It's not exactly unreachable, but 2v1 at the moment. It's all about the site we're looking at right here, which is C. Zep nading up. No one walking away too cleanly at the moment. He's in trouble. He's going to be found. And now the exchange just drastically goes into PyRoGEN's favor. They're looking good from the start here, but they are losing out the exchanges every now and then. But they've, InFamouS have held on towards B. But that's about it. And could this be the first triple cap? I think it could be. They're going to get a horrible spawn for InFamouS. And Hadrian should be able to hold on to his own. This is a problem. So, 4 players standing here. The respawn will come into the most needed site. Hadrian now gets Hexus to support him. And now they can hold on to this perfectly. ABC held. This is where the tickets just start trickling through your fingers. And you see the opponents become almost untouchable in this. A swinging back and forth, but Hexus on that rotate going the long way around here. Can we come in towards the site? Doesn't spot anyone just yet. Player just in front of him. Oh, he catches a glimpse. Oh, he doesn't get the shot of Hexus. He gets one, tell a lie. Oh my word, I thought he got the second then for a moment's time, but he's bought enough time for them to get set up on towards B. 100 to 143 tickets. It's not a huge lead, but it's certainly worthwhile, as Benny just playing the outside area, keeping that flank covered. As Melicium once again in that spot, Ikaho there, Hadrian playing towards back at C, and we are seeing Hexus pushing forward. Zuzu has found a kill, so he's going to have to do a little bit of damage here. His time takes the kill, gets the shot. That's Tony down. He knows there's another as well, and there could be a revive coming in towards Tony, so Nade will follow. It's a 2-1 hold for now, and it's in favor to PyRoGEN, so they're enjoying just watching those tickets just strip away from InFamouS, who look battered and broken by now. They had such potential, but it seems to have withered away, and at the moment, the sheer class of PyRoGEN just kicking into gear, but we've seen these guys turn it around. Seem to do wonders, and look at PyRoGEN. They're not going for the immediate rotates, they're going for the challenges on the site. They want this one badly. Benny, Ikaho, and Hadrian pushing in towards Zep is playing those stairs so well, but it's not well enough. He gets challenged down, push back, and it's another 2-1 hold. 85 tickets now left. It's getting low, it's getting close to the wire here now, guys. As 82 tickets, it's not going to be enough really to make much mistakes. It's all going to come down to these choices they make right now, and B is where they're hitting. But at the moment, Elysium's going to be picked back up in a second by Hadrian. And B is going to be going back into PyRoGEN's way. 70 tickets now remaining. What are the options here coming for InFamouS? They're going to be struggling. They're going to be thinking of any possible way, and they need that big breakthrough. They've held on to A perfectly fine, even when the split pushes have happened. But now they're in trouble. They cannot get away into this B site, and they might just be losing out on A. I spoke too soon. They put all their resources toward B as the last-ditch effort, but is it going to be worth it? Right now, Iko is taking A, and this is going to be a trip cap. This is going to be it. There's no sure way they can get back into this one. Such a far back spawn. 41 tickets is all they've got. And I've got to say it, InFamouS, when the pressure came piling on, PyRoGEN just looked that little bit stronger. They looked that little bit more well-rounded, and they are. They're the more experienced team, but InFamouS, what a phenomenal debut from these guys. Really showing us what they can do. 49 tickets now left, not many to play with. They've got one site, they need a lot more. PyRoGEN are not below 100 tickets right now. We are seeing InFamouS pushing their way in. 45 tickets, it's a bit of a bloodbath at B, and right now the Slaughterhouse is looking like it may go in InFamouS's favor, but for how long? As 43 tickets is all they've got left. They're trying to make a stand of this, but it's almost too little too late. 42 tickets left. InFamouS, they've shown us that they've got great talent, but when it came down to these really big, vital moments, they've just stumbled a little bit too early, and I think C will be the final site. That's all they can do. 42 tickets left. On the cusp of victory, PyRoGEN pushing forward. 41 tickets, one more, and it is GG. GG's already being said by PyRoGEN. The well playeds are responded with, and there we have it, ladies and gents. PyRoGEN will be going forward into tomorrow's games, whereas InFamouS, after such a phenomenal debut, sadly will be bowing out in the quarterfinals. But what a way to make an impression. If you're going to do something, do it damn well, and they did. They really showed us that there's another good couple of teams on the block who can cause trouble for the kind of maybe more respected older teams, I guess you could call them these days, as they played one season. It's hard to call them the experienced ones, but that's what we're going to regard them as PyRoGEN will be making their way through to the semi-finals tomorrow, which you will be watching with Jason Kaplan, as I will be in Poland, which is not here. So I won't be able to cast that one for you guys, but hopefully you've had fun. I've had a great time casting tonight. I've got to watch some brilliant Battlefield. It's nice doing it again. And if you have enjoyed it, make sure you give me a follow below on Twitter. It's always really well appreciated. And give me your feedback as well, because I like hearing from you guys, because your feedback is important. You're the guys who watch this at the end of the day. And, well, hopefully you guys tune in tomorrow. Make sure you follow this page on Twitch as well, because whenever we go live, obviously you get a notification then, and you can tune in straight away. So, guys, I'm going to go to bed now and hopefully save my throat for tomorrow, where I'm going to have to cast another game and probably die pilelessly. But if you've enjoyed it, make sure you follow me and make sure you tune in tomorrow.